This is Middle Class Matt, middle class and loving it, and I am, as always, Sports Genius. Now, I will tell the truth about sports. Right now, I'm previewing the Duke-UNC game Wednesday. This is the greatest rivalry in college basketball history. I am a UNC fan. I don't make any excuses for it. I am. But I can still tell you the truth about the game. I can be objective. I can say North Carolina State's the most talented team in the country. State hates UNC fans, but I'm not stupid. I picked State to beat Carolina. So I can be objective. Duke fans think any kind of criticism, they're very sensitive. They're all like little school children. If you say anything negative about Duke, it's always they get very defensive about it. But I know the truth about Duke, and I know the truth about UNC, which is the team that I pull for. And I can tell you the truth the experts won't tell you. I used to do a segment, still do a segment sometimes, called Don't Buy the Hype. I don't buy the hype of the Duke Blue Devils. With Ryan Kelly, they were a real team. They had a legit Final Four, maybe even national championship hopes. They could have definitely done it. Without him, Duke is not a very good team. They're basically last year's team without Austin Rivers, a legit scorer. They don't really have anybody other than maybe Cook, their point guard, who can create his own shot. So, how does Duke keep winning games? Are they going to... How about this question? Let's don't even go there. Are they going to beat UNC? They are. Duke's going to beat UNC. The same way they beat State. Now, UNC isn't very good this year. They have some problems. They have a young point guard who's not yet there. I think he'll get there. But he's not yet there. And they don't have a center. They don't have anybody to play center. They do something I've never seen before in basketball history that I can recall. They play a center, Hubert. Plays for North Carolina. 5 minutes. But he starts. I mean, he'll get like 5 minutes, but he starts. It really is unbelievable. And they'll bring in Simmons off the bench and play him 20 minutes. But then they won't bring him in until like the end of the first half. Really weird. Can't figure out what Roy's doing. But he's got 2 national championships and I have 0. So I let it go. But let me tell you why, even if Duke doesn't bring their A game, and they will, and they're a better team than UNC. They got some really nice seniors. They got Mason Plumlee, who's a pretty good ball player. Can't play defense, but he's a pretty good ball player. And then they have Curry. Those guys are seniors, and that's a luxury that most teams don't have. Now, Carolina, what they do have, and Duke's going to have a difficult time matching up, is they have 2 big guards. That this is a real luxury that most people don't have in college basketball. They have P.J. Harrison, and he is 6'6", like 215, a beast, like a little LeBron. I'm not saying he's that good, I'm just talking about the big body and athleticism. And then Reggie Bullock, who's 6'7", and they can bomb the threes from the outside. That makes them a difficult matchup, but still Duke's going to win. Let's say, though, that Duke doesn't play their A game. They're at Cameron. I had a friend once tell me, named Chris Frazier, he said, Duke does not lose at Cameron. And that's the truth. They do lose sometimes. Sometimes UNC goes in there and they're just so much better. Like last year, they blow the doors off Duke and the refs can't make anything out of it. But the refs are going to help Duke win the game. That's no doubt. Now, Duke fans go crazy when you say this. Start talking about conspiracy theories and I'm a Carolina homer and I'm an idiot and all this kind of stuff. Yet, let's don't talk about how UNC was cheated last year. Not even at Cameron, at Chapel Hill. Let's don't talk about the ESPN national announcers who don't have any reason to pull for Carolina saying, look at that missed call. That's an obvious missed call. That's terrible. How did that happen? Let's just look at State. Cheated last year at Cameron. And then this year, Mason Plumlee can't guard anybody. Duke only has 1 big man without Kelly. They cannot guard C.J. Leslie. They cannot guard Howe in the middle. What happens? They get him in foul trouble. Howe would have outplayed Plumlee any day. He still almost did. But they got him in foul trouble. Check out this statistic. Duke shot 41 free throws at Cameron against State last week. State shot 19. State is the more athletic attacking team. Duke is a three-point team. How is that even possible? The refs are going to take care of Duke. So anyway, to make it simple, this is a double-digit win for Duke. There isn't any doubt they're going to beat Carolina. Carolina's only hope, here's my strategy that I do, is I take their big guards, Harrison, Bullock, and not let Duke shoot threes. Let Plumlee have a big game. This has already been done in the ACC. Another team's already tried this. Worked pretty well. And then keep Duke from shooting threes. Throw them out of their rhythm with the big guards, because Carolina's guards are much bigger. And then see if forcing them to shoot twos, obviously less than three, and then also will that put them in a bad offensive rhythm. Plumlee will have a big game, but maybe UNC can win. One last thing I'll do before I leave. I'm going to have an address down here if you want to check it out. If you want to buy this on eBay, this is a Chipper Jones rare figure. And I know a lot of Braves fans out there. You can have it for $1 right now. So go check it out on the eBay auction. Cool. This is a McFarlane figure. Okay, I'll see you guys next time. I'm Middle Class Matt. Go Carolina. Hope I'm wrong, but it looks like a win for the Blue Devils. That's all right. They'll probably get another high seed in the tournament. Another Lehigh will come knock them off. Then nobody won't be able to figure it out. They're getting their record padded by the refs taking care of them. Their stock is inflated. They go into the tournament, and then a team like Lehigh beats them. So we know why Duke's going to probably is going to happen to Duke, but they will win this game. Enjoy it, Duke fans. Middle Class Matt. See you next time.